Yeah, and
We just built our new cook shack, so it's finished.
Okay.
We did that on Thursday and Friday.
Okay.
So
Awesome. Thanks.
map of the big area. We own 50.
Oh, wow. It's a bird nest there.
Yeah, and the cave's on it,
It's a kind of,
and it probably extends. The cave might extend into treetop property, but nobody's surveyed it and done it yet to know. But they've been good neighbors, real good neighbors. And in about 2000.
that's how the ceiling is not particularly even right here. Notice how the floor is really damp. Nice and packed. Very easy walking, as long as you watch for trip hazards. Wow, it's the whole thing. Jeez. There must have been like a, look how wet it is. It was like a dry creek bed here. There must have been a lot of water flow. Excuse me, I wonder what the water level is here. Wow. So here the cave bulges to the left. I don't know how well the camera's picking it up. Floor. So look at the ceiling. The ceiling's kind of pretty, kind of interesting. And the floor, it's like, wow. Notice all the little craters, mini craters. That's where water's been dripping from the ceiling, making little impact craters. So there haven't been too many people walking over here. I'm going to try to stay over on the main walkway so I don't cause any damage. The ceiling here, nice and pretty. There's the entrance. It opens right at 9. There's some people like me who got here right when it opened. Some people talk about joining the Masons, and some of us just want to see the cave. But anyway. There's power line on the right side, but they don't have any generator today. Bring your own flashlight. Cave party, bring your own flashlight. Honestly, I was hoping it'd be both ways. I was hoping they'd like leave the lights off until like 10 or 11 and then turn them on. But yeah, they're not turning on the lights this year. Not for the tourists anyway. Pretty sure they installed it for their own use. What's weird now, look how dry and soft the floor is here. And then darker over here is where it's wet, damp. And then over here where there's no dust, it's just rock. Well, this mud flow. So the water flows to the left side here. It's kind of cool. Mm-hmm. So the ceiling's a bit uneven here. Oops. Better watch out so I don't fall backwards. The floor is 99% easy, but that other 1% is going to get you if you're not careful. Anyway. Okay, so I just want to show you how, so the wall there is kind of bluish and then reddish, and then that silver stuff, that's hydrophobic bacteria. And then at the top, it's just sort of brown. Very, very smooth by lava tube standards. This is like Lava River Cave, south of Bend, Oregon. Wonder if they're the same age. They're obviously not the same flow. We're like 120 miles from Lava River Cave, but still. So again, look over here where there's a lip. Look what they did. Oops, hold on. Darn it, my stupid gimbal's on the wrong mode. Oh, come on. Just a second. I need to put my gimbal. I need to put my fight with my stupid gimbal. It's got touchscreen. I keep accidentally touching it and switching modes. Arg. But yeah, look at this. There's tire prints here. Somebody drove in here. Considering the Masons are the only ones with the keys. Anyway, but yeah, that's the whole point of having such an easy cave. They can do stuff like that. So here's where the Masons have their annual meeting. Notice there's a door here. Last time it was in the middle, I thought. It's wooden. For some reason I thought it was metal. But yeah, and then they have bleachers on both sides. They have bleachers here. I swear these are smaller than the ones I remember. Did they put in different bleachers? I remember squeezing behind the bleachers. Oh yeah, look at this, look at this. See, there's the concrete tinder supports. No, cinder, not tinder. Sorry, that's a railroad term. Cinder blocks. So it looks like they have less bleachers now. And I think they're smaller. I would have swore they were taller. Because it used to be if you walk around behind here, you'd be like totally behind them instead of being able to look over the top here. On the way out, if I remember, I'll ask them about that. I was coming up with weird questions like that, but then I forget to ask questions. Oops. Anyway. Of course, it's really embarrassing if you ask a question and you get the answer, but then later on you forget the answer. Oh, well. Interesting power box here. Yeah, see, there's more of these cinder blocks here to hold up more of the bleachers. And then here, oops. Oh, not again. My stupid gimbal. So here's that concrete pad. It's like the center of the attention whenever they have the meeting in here. What do we call it? All right, so there's the bleachers. There's the mystery door. I don't know if the camera's picking up very well, but it's like 100% humidity in here. So it's actually a little bit foggy. Yeah, I doubt my camera's doing it justice. Ooh, I want to show you something. So look at the ceiling where they have lights installed. See where it hangs down, there's a crack. Look at that. They got some gold-colored bacteria. Just like at Golden Dome Cave and Hopkins Chocolate Cave and lava beds. Of course, that one's even better. But, you know, location. I'm here. So look at this. There's a puddle here. I wonder if the water level's higher than normal. I've actually never been here this time of year. Usually, I go to the first open house of the season, but I've been busy. They had a really wet winter. Oops, oh come on. Not my stupid gimbal again. I hate touch screen. I keep bumping it on accident. All right, here we go. So I can go to the right side of the rocks or the left side of the rocks. I could go over the top of the rocks. Look how it's like a creek bed, not completely dry creek bed. It's good. I could go over the top of the rocks, but there's no point. I'm wearing ordinary shoes. They don't have very good traction. I don't want to slip to my death. Or worse, drop my camera. But man, look how shiny the wall is here. Very pretty. Same thing up here. It's like a trail over the top here. If you go on YouTube right now, search for the Malheur Cave, the most popular video is not mine, it's somebody else's who came here when the lights were brighter. I didn't get to come here that year. I only come here about every 2 or 3 years. It's a long walk from my house. Anyway. Huh, I never noticed this before. There's a couple small formations up there. In addition to all the pretty colors. What's weird, look at those little bumps. They look like little buttons. Got all sorts of cool texture on the ceiling here. Very pretty. It's a nice cave because it hasn't too much vandalism. Being in the middle of nowhere, and the nearest town is like few thousand people. It hasn't had as much vandalism. It's like the stuff in California and Idaho. There's a lot of nice caves in California, but there's so many people there that a lot of them have vandalized it. Really sad. Usually they end up locking out the caves to protect them after it's too late. Oh well. Yeah, this is a really neat cave. Wish I had a wider angle lens though. This is a 60mm lens on a full frame sensor. If I had a wider angle lens, I think you'd be able to see more. But, oh well. Oh, weird. There's some sort of a cave cricket in here. See if my camera will focus. Yeah, I don't know if the camera's gonna get that very well or not. Focus, you fool. All right. Yeah, I don't know if the camera picked that up or not. Weird. Got a lot of interesting colors in this cave. By lava tube standards, it's a very colorful cave. I think it's because it's so damp and it's so big. See right here, ceiling is just so colorful. Like I said, the actual rock I think is gray. All this other stuff is just minerals and life forms. Fascinating. Ow, the floor is damp, but it's not, oh no. See, the thing is, the handle that I'm holding on to the gimbal is right next to the touchscreen, and the handle is like too small. Even though it's obviously for adults, it's like not even adult size. So basically I could barely fit my hand on the handle, so I'm grabbing onto it and touching the touch screen. It isn't pretty. The floor here is muddy, very slippery. Wow. Look at the texture of the wall here. Wow. Oops, my gimbal's complaining. I don't have it level enough. Wow. I'm going to pan down so you can look at just how muddy the floor is on the right side. It's a little better in the middle. But yeah. I'm totally walking in mud. If I slip and fall, it's going to be completely expected. Excuse me. What this means is if I come back here with my tripod, take pictures, maybe putting my tripod down in this mud. It's not really something I want to do, but I do want to get pictures. Look at this wall. Dang it. Like I said, this is a very colorful cave. Got a lot of small formations up there. Very small formations. Wow, it's cold. There's nice 100% humidity in here. It's real pretty. Wow, look how rough the ceiling is. A lot of tiny lava stalactites. Very small. Very rough ceiling. Luckily it's tall enough so people won't touch it. Oh, come on. Just a minute. I gotta adjust my gimbal again. Every 5 seconds. So I'm going to stick to the right side here to go through counterclockwise. Hear that noise? It's weird. Once you get to the bleachers and so on that the Masons developed for this cave, there's actually quite a bit of cave here that's really nice, somewhat wild. The good news is they've done a good job of cleaning up the graffiti and other vandalism, so it looks really good. Oh, cool, look at this. Well, first of all, look how rough the wall is here. I think that's mostly from mineral deposits. Then look at the gold color here. There's a tiny hole here. Secret passage. Wow. It goes back a few feet. Way too small for people, but it's there. Man, look how rough the wall is here. It's funny, I was just commenting how smooth the ceiling is, but that's not the entire cave. Part of it's smooth, part of it's not. It's funny how many people jump to conclusions. They see how smooth it is and they assume it must be artificial. It's like, you telling me you've never seen a smooth curve in real life? Wow, it's so wet here. I'm like seriously walking through mud. All right, I want to look up at the ceiling here. Look at the cool shapes. Oh no, not again. Every 5 seconds, I gotta fight with my stupid gimbal. Interesting. So I'm going to the right around another rock pile. Okay, I'm past the rock pile. It's just a little easier now. Look at the cool shapes on the ceiling though. I'm gonna go towards the middle of the cave so you can see the cool hanging ridge there. Small cave formations there. Okay, so now we're caught up. Focus. Now we're caught up to the lake. Here's the actual water level right now. This is clean water, but it's pretty slippery mud. So I need to be super careful not to slip in there. Because when I only have one pair of shoes. If I get this all, I don't even have fresh socks with me. I left all the clean clothes at the motel room. Wow, look at how brown it is. Oh no, there it is again. My stupid gimbal. But yeah, look at this. Got little tiny formations on the ceiling. See how it's kind of rigid. Oh wow. So I'm surrounded now. See, they got water over here. Very clear water. Nobody's touched it today. There's no turbidity at all. So I can see the bottom here. Hopefully some people I know will be joining me with boats so we can go on a boat ride. But I didn't really get them to commit, so I don't even remember their names. Oh well. Okay. So, oops. Okay. So this is as far as I'm going for now. Gotta turn around and head back while I still can. It's a little peninsula over here. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the other side. Just because I can, not because I think there's anything important or interesting over there. Man, look at the interesting texture on the wall here. Ooh, Oh, you know what? I don't see the boat. There's a sunken wooden boat up here. It's probably too far to see from here. Hopefully if I get a boat ride today, I can see that. I'll have to ask them about that, if it's still here, if they cleaned it up. It'd be kind of lame if they cleaned it up. It's like a historical treasure. Focus. Okay, cool. Notice the ripples. That's from water dripping from above. I haven't touched the water yet. Unless I get on a boat, I'm not going to touch that water. Pretty sure it's cold. It's not like I'm going to attempt to go swimming in it. Boy, swimming in a cave like this, that'd be, wow. No thanks. Way too much fun for me. I can only handle so much fun. Interesting wall right here. Here come some other people. Hopefully they won't mind my light. I have a 100 watt LED. I don't expect any bats in this cave. I think one time I saw a bat in this cave. For the most part, it's just a big empty lava tube. It's only about 75 degrees Fahrenheit outside, so the bats are probably outside. Oh, there's some people. I can pan my light away from this. I don't blame them. Oops, darn it. How's it going?
Hello.
The lake is still there.
Is it?
Yeah. The water level's about the same as I'm used to seeing it. The ground out here is so wet, I figured maybe the water level will be higher. Doesn't seem to change very much. Interesting ceiling here. A lot of different colors on the ceiling. Very pretty. Ooh, just a touch of gold color to bacteria. Right at that one crack. Interesting. Guess I can point my light to the side so I don't blind them. Oops, darn it. Bump the color blind. What's up? There we go.
Did you see the high water mark?
It's about the same as always. Yeah, it's still there. It's real clear because nobody's touched it yet today, so it's really nice.
Yeah.
So again, I need to set up a couple lights on tripods, go swimming. Okay. Yeah, look at the ceiling. Look how rough there is. A bit of focus. A lot of really tiny formations. Nothing compared to a solution cave like limestone or a marble. But still, I'd like to appreciate what little I got. Now, why isn't this thing focusing? I don't know why it takes 2 years to focus. Well, anyway. Not again. Every 5 seconds, I gotta change my gimbal back to where it should be. Oops, hang on, I gotta switch flashlights.